Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Well, here in the Jofo in the Ring universe, that means you are getting the best of the best, the creme de la creme of what the Jofo TV network has to offer. You're getting myself, the one, the only, the one they may call the pod god, the good guy, Select a Brew, alongside the elite package, aka I forgot everything else we used to say. What was the other one we said last week?
The deluxe package. I think that was my.
No, but there was the one you said.
Too sweet,
yes,
too elite.
There you go. There he goes. He's too sweet. He's too elite. Alex, the elite package. We're working on it. We're working on it. Everything's good, man. We had a week off, feeling recharged, refreshed.
Yeah.
I won't lie. It was for the first hour of Dynamite, I was busted a little fucking bike. Then the little fucking upper body, you know, fucking feeling good.
Were you ready to go into the Owen Hart tournament in case they called you? In case Tony Khan called you?
Well, you know, looking, seeing by the talent pool, you know, but I could talk shit about the main event, about how if I dedicate probably 3 months, I could look more like a professional athlete than Adam Cole. But this segues right into the first match, the first moment of the night. Got a big pop out of me because my boy, former Survivor castaway, I don't know if you knew that, Johnny Mundo, aka Johnny Elite, is elite. In case you didn't know, he had to put it in his name now. But he's fucking... I love this guy. And you know what? He's another guy I didn't get to see, I guess we could call his first big run in the WWE. And I got to know him from a bit of Lucha Underground when I discovered it. And then, again, he was on Survivor. And then after Survivor, he went back in WWE, did his thing for a little while. So he's been on my radar. But, yeah, I was pumped. Take it away. What are your thoughts? What stood out to you? I loved it. I'm happy he's there. I'm happy to see him. This guy loves wrestling.
I mean, it was a good surprise, and like it wasn't like the obvious choices. Like, you know, all over the internet they were saying it could have been Cesaro or Claudio, Johnny Gargano. It could have been a bunch of names that were going out. But I mean, it was a good surprise. Like his name didn't come up. I mean, I find it's still like always entertaining when he puts the name of the company in his name. So he's Johnny Elite, he was Johnny Mundo, he was Johnny Impact in TNA, and what else is he? Johnny Superstar, he's Johnny Game Changer. He has all these names all the time. It's always entertaining, and I mean the match was fun. Like Samoa Joe beating the shit out of him is always entertaining, or Samoa Joe beating up anyone is always going to be entertaining. Just chopping the hell out of someone.
That's what I was gonna say, man. Those chops were vicious.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Vicious chops. He doesn't hold back.
I like the thing about like Johnny Elite. Like his offense sometimes is unpredictable. It's usually hit or miss. Sometimes tonight it wasn't always perfect.
He was a bit sloppy. That 450.
Yeah, you know what happens. Like no one's perfect. No professional wrestler is perfect. There's gonna be botches or mistimings and just about every match, but
again,
it's okay. They recover. You know, you just move on. That happens. You move on. It's not a big deal.
But he could back it up because you watch the beginning of the match. At least he did some, like, you know, the chain wrestling. You know, he went back and forth with Joe. They got each other in some holes. They did some of that before he went into the flipping dippity do stuff.
Johnny Drip did.
Yeah, but you know, like you look at the guy. He could wrestle. You know, like make it look like a competitive wrestling match. He could bust out those cool moves, creative moves that he does. And again, you look at this guy walking down the street, or well, in this case, like you see this guy at the pool, the public pool. This guy's a fucking athlete. You're like, this guy does something. You know what I mean? He's an athlete.
He's a superstar. He's a superstar when you see him right away.
Yeah.
You know, like his build, the way, especially from his entrance too. I'm glad they kept the slow mo. That was cool.
Did they? I didn't even realize it. I was.
Yeah, I think I saw. I was kind of like just starting, like wasn't paying too close attention at the beginning, but I think I saw a bit of it.
You know what? I was like on, and I was opening up my spreadsheet over here so I could take my notes while I'm watching it, and a lot was going on that first moment. I didn't probably catch that, but yeah, man, I was happy to see him. Good match. I was, you know, I was hoping they would give us a surprise here. You know, Joe already has the title. He's already established. I thought maybe he would get screwed over by somebody,
Yeah.
which I guess he kind of did. When he didn't get screwed over, he got the run in after, which we'll talk about in a second here.
after the
But
match.
I would have liked it if they surprised us maybe. Like, make him lose since he already has a title, but lose because he gets fucked over by those guys, you know? And then at least, you know, we have, oh shit, you know, Johnny Elite's over here, and now he's in the second round. Well, maybe something's happening. Even if he loses the second round, which he'll probably do, but at least it gives you a little more like, oh, a little surprise, a little this.
I think it's fine that he lost. I think it's actually better. Like we'll talk about it later, but I think it's better that both Jokers lost.
But they burn out. Like they always do this. Like again, like we're not gonna. To talk about this whole podcast about this, but they bring people in and like they fucking. It's like the only heat or whatever heat they want to give them or pop is off their first entrance there. It's like give them, the big pop. This guy's here, the surprise, and that's it. Like they didn't kill them for like 2 months. And make them like.
I guess he's not signed too. I didn't see anything on Twitter. I didn't see the graphics, so he's
it's in
maybe
his
it was
name.
just Johnny Elite from just for one night. No, but I'm saying Johnny Elite was Elite for one night. Maybe who knows?
Yeah, who knows? And you know what? I wouldn't be that mad either. It's I you know what I mean. If they're gonna pay outside guys as a jobber here and there, but make it a fun jobber, you know, like a fun job, you know, like give us a pop, give us someone to see, talk about like we're doing now. But let's talk about Jay Lethal. What are their names again? Sandhu Singh? What is it? Satnam Singh. That's the big guy, right?
Yeah, the big guy, and Sanjay Dutt is the little guy.
Sanjay Dutt. Okay, that's it.
Big guy, little guy.
So they're both like Sanjays. What's it?
Satnam.
Satnam.
The first name is
Satnam and Sanjay. Satnam. We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't mind me. You know, if it was Rosario and Guido and you know, Angelo, we get that, no problem, you know. But so yeah, they came out, they did their thing, they beat the crap out of Joe. You're the Ring of Honor guy. Do you like this? Do you want to see Joe and Lethal feuding here? See what you can do with this big guy?
I think that's the plan for the TV title, the ROH television title is going to be Joe and Lethal one of these days. Maybe not at Double or Nothing. I don't know if it's going to be too crowded, the card, but...
well, they crammed a bunch of crap in tonight.
Yeah.
Including...
Yeah, I know, for sure.
Yeah, but
I thought it was good that, or we'll see if it's good depending on the outcome of the next semifinal match, but they have a reason, I think, for Samoa Joe to lose his next match against Kyle O'Reilly, and to have our Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole as the finals in the Owen Foundation tournament. But we'll see if that happens, but at least they have it now that Samoa Joe's shoulder is injured because they hit him with the lead pipe.
Yeah.
So they have that as a story going forward.
Yeah, they'll have a good old the Bret Hart storyline match there. Work on the shoulder.
Yeah,
sell the shoulder. It's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. I like it.
Good.
Now, from that debacle, that massacre in the ring, we cut over to the commentator table where they let us know that we have what's it called? O'Reilly and Fenix later on tonight for the Owen Hart is a quarterfinal, I believe, right? Yeah. And then Adam Cole is supposed to fight Jeff Hardy, but we're not sure because of his match last week because he got hurt. It's a question. But Lexi Nair's in the back and she's with Jeff Hardy, who's now medically cleared for the match tonight. They couldn't even let it sit for like a segment, you know. They couldn't just like, you know what I mean? Is he gonna be cleared tonight? We'll see. You know, give us, you know, again the old school Raw. You know, maybe have like a doctor knocking on the door to give him a medical, and we'll follow up later on tonight.
I think anyone wants to see that. Come on, that's too much.
No, but it's like that, like that.
Yeah.
10 seconds, you know, like he said it here on commentary. Instead of shooting right away to the promo in the back before they go to commercial, say, you know, and then there's still a question up there: will Jeff Hardy be able to wrestle? We'll see. You know, back in the day at Raw, they just had like the camera in the back. Like someone, they just saw like the doctor going in his dressing room when they go to commercial. So it's up in the air. We don't know. Whatever. that's just me. It's just stupidity. Fiend for the olden days, the golden era. So we get Jeff Hardy. Says he doesn't give a shit. He's fighting, but on cue, right away, Young Bucks enter the picture. And what do they say? Jeff, just take the night off. You know what's best for you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you're past your prime.
maybe you want to take it from here when Matt Hardy gives a little mark, a little ode to the marks with his comments.
It's pretty entertaining. I liked when he said that, Jeff is a real Hardy. He's not a Hardy cosplayer for the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
So, that was good stuff. Of course.
Again, these guys all listen to Jim Cornette because that's Cornette's thing, right? He's like, stamp them as like the Young Buck cosplayers, like.
I don't know. I don't follow him. I don't listen to him. It's not.
They love him. They love him.
But I mean, the Bucks tend to have history with Jim Cornette in TNA and Impact, and they've had Twitter beef for a long time.
Well, yeah, but no beef aside, I'm just saying sometimes I get annoyed when they pull the curtain back too much and they play like that type of stuff where they talk about what they know people are talking about online. But sometimes, like, this was a good one, it was a good one. I like you said, it was fun. An ode to the marks, as they say, like us, not putting anyone down with the comments there.
Sure.
So yeah, let's move it along, and we get CM Punk coming out, going to the commentary table, and he's gonna sit back and enjoy the match of Adam Page against did I write it down here properly? Takeshita.
Yeah, first name is Konosuke.
I said let me just get the last name first for tonight, and then we'll build on that. So I got Takeshita versus Adam Page, which early in the match started off with 3 back-to-back Adam Page greatest hits, like his 3 moves that he always does. And I'm like, oh, they're gonna gonna be a squash match right here. And then luckily, for the better, because I'll take it to you after this, because you for sure know this guy. But I was surprised, and it was a competitive match, fun competitive match. Good mix of hard hitting and some different moves. A little bit of the high flying, of course, but not too much. And I liked it. This kid's good. Where's he from? Well, obviously they said from Japan.
Yeah, he's from Japan, but he's from DDT, the promotion.
That's it.
And that's the promotion that Kenny Omega got basically famous for. That's a bit more than 10 years old, let's say 12-ish, maybe even almost 15 years ago. Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, and I love El Generico. They mentioned a few times on commentary. That was a good ode to a local competitor that may or may not be in WWE now. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. And also a good friend of Jeremy Prophet.
Oh, sure.
They have, yeah.
But the match is really good. I think really, really, really good TV match. Takeshita is great. I think he has a lot of potential. He's so young. I think they said he's 26 on commentary. Already has 10 years experience. So, I think since he was 16, pretty much. And his offense is amazing. I think that he's an amazing flying, exploding lariat. They talked about his finisher, the jumping knee. It was passed down from legends, Jumbo Tsuruta and Jun Akiyama. Those are legends in Japan. And, Excalibur, of course, is going to read out basically everything that this guy's ever done in his career. And that's always entertaining. I know a little bit about, him, Takeshita. I'd never really seen any of his matches before AEW. Just read his name a few places, knew about him. But he's really impressed me in the few matches that he's had. He had a great match with Jay Lethal on Rampage. I can't remember how long ago. I think it was not too long ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And now there's a even better showing against Hangman Page, the world champion. So that's good things in his future for sure.
And another great performance in this match by CM Punk on commentary. Man, he's good at just telling the story and making sure everything happening kind of makes sense. When he's even makes a point to say, I wrote it down, people may wonder why I would take a match last week and why the champion would take a match this week, just 2 weeks away from the title defense. We like to sharpen our skills, riding a bike, whatever he said. And he's just really good job telling the story the whole time on commentary and advancing it. Another fun thing, you could tell he kept trying to sneak in there when he kept saying the Punk shot lariat. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, that was good.
Again,
and
I think it was good because of the way the match ended, right? He wanted to make sure you remember that he did that last week because Adam Page ends it with the GTS, the go to sleep. And go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was just gonna say Punk had a good line on commentary after Hangman did the GTS. He said something like, like some people get mad when you use that move, but I don't get mad at all. It's like imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Yeah. He's alluding to Kenta always getting mad when CM Punk does the move. So I thought that was pretty funny.
See, I didn't know that's that insider.
Yeah, because Kenta has been on like Twitter for I don't know how long. He basically wants a match with Punk. He wants a match with Punk at the Forbidden Door. He's been asking for a match for a long time, and Punk keeps saying no. I think he's just trolling him at this point. Maybe it's probably gonna happen at some point, but Punk is gonna play the game, just troll the internet, troll Kenta.
But if they were to have a match, would they have a as good of a on the ramp pose down like we got here at the end of this match when Punk walked to down the ramp slowly, posing, Page posing in the ring, and then they move closer as Page goes on the ramp and they pose again, and they just like switch. It was like very long pose off. Is it me or is it got to the point?
No, it was a bit too long. I agree.
Okay, just move it along here, make your point. The one other thing that was funny, I wrote down on commentary when Page went for a near fall. It was a 2 count, and CM Punk is like, you better watch out. He doesn't start moping, He could get quite mopey, and Jim Ross said, yeah, he could be a moper sometimes. I just laugh, like stupid things they do sometimes. They just break into like podcast style conversations sometimes.
Yeah, what is his? Anyways, he is the anxious millennial cowboy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Moping.
Yeah, he could be a bit mopey sometimes. We said, and then from there, we moving on to the. We're gonna find out after the new top 5 ranked tag team. So we have Swerve, Strickland, and Keith Lee against Anthony Henry and JD Drake, the Workhorsemen. I like that to make sure I note that the possibly the best name of a jobber tag team I've heard. Sure. I got the Workhorsemen, not the 4 Horsemen, the Workhorsemen. This went pretty much how we expected. Seemed competitive for a whole of 22 seconds before it was both guys Keith Lee Swerve in the ring, beat the crap out of both of them. Some special moves. Bada bing, bada boom. That was over. We get the promo now, and now it's where the melange of things happen. A lot of things happen. A lot of data here. So let's kick it off. Do you want to go? Do you want to take it from here? From here?
I don't know if I'll try, but just a quick comment about the match. I'm glad it was short.
Yeah.
And I think their finisher is really cool. Swerve and Keith Lee with the Spirit Bomb and the double stomp.
Yeah.
I think they gave a name to it, but I didn't catch. It was something about glory. So I think they called it something, but whatever.
Yeah, another thing about the match I want to ask you, what is it that everyone's chanting for Keith Lee when he's doing the...
Yeah, it's bask in his glory.
Oh, okay.
They do it like, oh, bask in his glory. Yeah, that's why.
I'm like, what the fuck are they saying? I couldn't figure it out. I put my TV loud. My neighbors are gonna think I'm crazy. It's like,
what kind of shit is this guy watching? Crazy shit.
I couldn't make it out. I couldn't figure it out. But whatever.
Yeah. I guess that like you were saying, now they're in the top 5. Swerve and Keith Lee, and Keith Lee was saying that he was trying to say now we're gonna challenge for the tag team titles, Jurassic Express, I guess at Double or Nothing. Then Hobbs and Starks came out.
Here we go. Yeah. Hobbs and Starks come out. Yeah. They say their piece. Here first we get the. I wanted to know that I liked. Was this the first time that Starks uses jabroni on TV in a promo?
It was pretty funny, and it suits him so well. Like,
well, yeah, he's been talked about being a young Rock.
Yeah,
you know, the way he's dressing now is,
nice
know what I
pun there,
mean?
young
Yeah,
Rock.
yeah, sure. I didn't even do it for that, but he actually is like a young Rock. Have you watched that show, by the way?
Yeah, it's great.
I haven't watched it yet.
Season 1 was like okay, but now like I think season 2 is really getting into The Rock's wrestling career.
So
and it's really entertaining.
There's no real wrestlers, but it's all people playing like people we kind of know of. Correct?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a couple of surprises. Like, there's a couple of wrestlers who are like that are playing like old wrestlers. Like, I don't want to spoil it if you watch it, but there's a couple of current wrestlers who are playing old wrestlers, but most of them are actors playing playing other wrestlers.
Okay.
But yeah, it's great. It shows like The Rock's father, Rocky Johnson's time in the territories and that in Memphis with the Jerry the King Lawler's territory. Shows a bit with the Tony Atlas and the Rocky Johnson, and now we sort of just like scratched the surface of The Rock starting off as getting signed by WWE or WF at the time. But we're just starting, so I think if you now this second season and even the third one, because it just got renewed, is going to be really, really good.
And check it out. I may have to
store it. Nothing to lose. Watch maybe one episode, see how you like it.
No, it's one of those things that it's kind of like I know I'm gonna have fun watching it, but I when it's weather like this outside, I have to like wait for a rainy day, a rainy streak, and okay, I'm doing nothing, vegging. I wanna watch. I did that. I didn't expect it, but I kind of did that with Heels. I don't know if you watched Heels.
No, I haven't seen that yet. No,
that, my friend, is a freaking show. I think I have 2 episodes left. They're full, like hour long, like 48-minute style HBO or something like that type of shows. But man, that one's really good. I was even thinking, we were talking with Kyle a little while ago. We might do a little recap. Do episode 1, little 30-minute podcast recap review, and so on with it, because it is really good. It's fun. But yeah, we're getting a little off topic here. Hey, we know what can happen when we go live.
It's pro wrestling. Who cares?
Hey, but yeah, the thing I was saying about Ricky Starks is how everyone took a turn making fun of his wardrobe. So we get the Ricky Starks, we get Hobbs, and then we get the Jurassic Express come out. We get Christian come out. He makes fun of Starks' clothes too. And now, they say, this is the champions. They say, both of you guys want to challenge for our titles. We only challenge the best for our titles. So, what they're going to do here is they made it harder on themselves. Is they're going to put themselves in a triple threat title defense at Double or Nothing. So, yeah, give big pop. We're all pumped to see that. But we know what's even going to be more fun is that, what was the reason why? Oh, to get revenge on the loss last week from Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy is not just going to rematch Ricky Starks. He's now also going to put himself in a little bit more jeopardy and potential for injury, and put himself in a triple threat match against Starks and Strickland, because Strickland was the one who interfered.
The match accidentally,
yeah. So
I like that it was like Christian that said everything, and
he was the only one. He's the only one who could have.
Yeah.
Because I remember last time they did a type of moment like this. I remember we sat here and we still didn't understand what the hell was happening for the next couple of weeks. I remember. But yeah.
But even that too, like Christian, like taking control and just like making the, calling the shots of the group is good, because you saw like, what's his name? Jungle Boy. I keep thinking JR keeps calling him Jungle Boy Jack. So Jungle Boy was like looked a bit confused after Christian said, Jungle Boy is going to be in a triple threat match with Swerve and Ricky Starks next week. So yeah, it was just a glimpse of it. They should have got a better shot, but at some point he looked a bit like, really, like that's happening. Okay, he was kind of like confused. So subtle things that sometimes they catch, sometimes they show it well, sometimes they don't. They could have done it a bit well, better shot of Jungle Boy in the frame, but okay.
But It would be cool, again, if this is like one of those little Wardlow things. It's a slow build, like they've been doing with Christian and Jungle Boy. I'm all for it. I'll have to check the tape on that one.
I think it has to be.
But one tape I did check. I never miss anything that my girl, Red Velvet, is in. You get a backstage promo quick. Repping the Baddie crew. We're finding out that former friends, Red Velvet, is facing Statlander. What's her first name again? Why am I drawing a blank?
Chris.
Yeah,
Okay,
Chris,
I wrote it
yeah.
down.
I don't know. I was about to say Christy, but like that's not Christy, but okay, Chris. Yeah, so Chris Statlander and Red Velvet next week. Owen Hart. No, this is quarterfinal, not qualifier.
Yes, yeah, quarterfinal.
Quarterfinal, and yeah. Well, is Statlander no longer gonna be full on alien? What is she saying that she's a new?
Yeah, she kind of dropped the alien gimmick, and I know she's been on Dark and Dark Elevation with this newer character. I guess I'm not sure. It's less. It's basically less alien. I don't know if that makes sense.
All
but,
right, we'll see. I'm a big fan
slightly
of
changed
her.
her song. Yeah, I think she's really good, and she's athletic. She's strong.
Yeah, she should be. Hopefully,
huge,
work
like,
up.
Just compared to the rest of the roster, she's tall and
maybe
she's big frame too. Like, yeah, muscular.
She could be, and possibly, as we saw here at the end of this promo, a potential runner-up or challenger for Jade Cargill, a believable challenger for Jade Cargill as well.
I prefer her to beat Jade, but that's just me.
What's that?
I would love for Chris Statlander to beat Jade Cargill for the TBS title. I think that would.
Well,
I think it's too soon, but
we'll see here. Maybe Statlander pulls out a surprise winner of the Owen Hart thing, and or puts out a good run, and Cargill helps Velvet or something. Red Velvet, who knows? Who knows?
But it's still a bit strange the story with because Hikaru Shida was supposed to be in the tournament. Then there was something on Twitter where she got pulled out from the match. Like the storyline was that AEW saying that she wasn't medically cleared after the Philly street fight she had with Serena D. And then but Shida's been wrestling in Japan since then. And she wrote on Twitter, "Since when am I injured?" or something. So
really,
I don't know. Yeah, there's a bit of a disconnect there. It's a bit confusing.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Controversy here. Shida's one of my favorite. I hope we don't lose her. Hope we don't lose her.
It could be just miscommunication, I guess. These things happen.
But who knows? It wouldn't be something that people don't want to see if maybe one day she faces off against Asuka. You never know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see her crossing over though. She has like a full believable character, and she knows how to wrestle. But moving on, because let's get down to business. Pull out your belts, ladies and gentlemen, because we felt it coming through the TV, and he mentioned it. MJF here in this fall when he got in the ring. He was not in Long Island tonight because Houston, I gotta say, was a good crowd tonight. Good crowd. Houston was a good crowd tonight because especially here in this, they were booing the crap out of him right away. He was loving every minute of it. He went in on them with right out of the gate, so it can't even be a Houston. The gagging, just old school heel dissing them. They're all too fat. Blah 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 blah. Get Wardlow out here, and this was fun because I was wondering how they're gonna do this. To Cody Rhodes did the whole like Jesus on the floor thing, but I'm like, they're not gonna make Wardlow do that. I'm like, is he gonna rip out of the cuffs and just beat the crap out of them? But I like that. I didn't see this one coming, and I liked it. The just straight up no sell. As Wardlow takes all 10 lashes pretty much, no sell. Yeah. MJF pulls off 1, 2, then 4 in a row out of frustration, 5, and gets restrained by Spears. Spears goes in, and they showed his back. He was getting ripped up. And do you like what happened here next? Do you find it was?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was fine. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
MJF has to get one up over him in order to go to the cage match.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I was asking you because I liked it because they did it in a way to keep Wardlow still stay strong by taking the stupid lashes on the back, but MJF still got his heat by the whole double beat down and all that happened after, which is the fans were just booing. He's so good.
That's
MJF,
the thing.
man.
That's the thing with MJF. I find sometimes if you notice when his music hits, he comes out. There are some people cheering him. He gets like a mixed reaction, but as soon as he talks, it's over.
Cut my music. He
until he does something. Yeah, like
he knows that. Exactly. Yeah, he knows. Until
he opens his mouth, there's like a little bit of a mixed reaction. Then he opens his mouth, forget it. Everyone's gonna boo him. But as soon as he starts like bashing the city, bashing the people, he knows how to get under people's skin. You just want to hate the guy. Like everyone wants to punch him in the face, not just Wardlow.
On a side note, did you notice last week his mention of 2024?
Yes. Yeah, the guy in the back doesn't want to talk about it. I mean, it's too early though. That's the thing. We can't talk about 2024. It's like, a year and a half, depending when in 2024.
Cody's already there. He's friends with Cody. They're businessmen. He's not stupid.
Yeah, but a lot could change in 2024.
He even dissed Cody like he used to do that. What do you call him? What do you call it? Revolving door or something? Like, he called it something, whatever. Yeah. But MJF.
American something. Yeah.
But you got to admit though, any wrestling fan coming in, as much as you're diehard, I built AEW, I'm elite. It's gonna be there forever. You're young. I'm talking from MJF's perspective. Every kid going into this business, growing up, their ultimate goal is they want to come out at WrestleMania. It's like playing football and just being satisfied with winning the Grey Cup or getting the highest contract in the CFL when you know that you have the talent and like the Dallas Cowboys are putting together a franchise here and they're making a run. You know what I mean? Like why would he not do that right now at this age when he knows he could probably do it?
Yeah, I mean, like,
was he gonna lock himself up at a 6-year Tony Khan contract, stay till he's 30? He could be one of the youngest. I don't know what the ages are, but definitely one of the youngest to do something at a WrestleMania, for sure. Like I'm pretty sure they're holding the WWE title has been more on his dream list than holding that one. Although it's a beautiful title, I'm not knocking it. But
it didn't exist when he was a kid, right?
He could always go back to it. He could always go back to it. And you know what? He's probably gonna win it before 2024. Who knows? But like you said, it's a while away. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. He's just gonna keep his name out there, MJF. To make sure people keep talking about him. So then he has the leverage when it comes up for negotiation. He's like, you want me? You pay me X amount.
But leverage aside, whatever Tony Khan's willing to pay him, guarantee Vince could get. Even if Vince wouldn't match it to the fullest, what he could get out of experience and what he's always wanted in wrestling, then get a Tony Khan contract after he does that. It's still there. He's still young. He's going to be around for a long time. Who knows, man? It's going to be fun.
You can go back and forth for sure. Like, it makes sense.
I called it.
Every 3 years, right?
WrestleMania 2024. We'll save this episode. We'll find when I said it last time. Because when it happens, I just want to know if that puts me over the top of Kyle's spoiler Morin, because that'll be an ultimate spoiler. I don't think he spoiled anything like that. 2 year. I don't think Kyle has done a 2-year spoiler. We'll see. Yes, right, Kyle. I'm talking to you. But anyways, back to the action, as we say. Back to the action. MJF, man, what a guy. But he had them in the palm of his hands, man. Now, from that we go to. I have to write it again, right down the Roppongi Vice here. We get Trent. Was it Roger Romero or Robert?
Rocky Romero.
Rocky. So, in a nutshell, very quick, concise, tight. They hit all the things here, like point form. We're now officially a tag team. We're now want to be one of the best tag teams. We want to go for the ROH tag titles. We want to go for the IWGP tag titles. Next, we want to go for the AEW titles. But first, we want to challenge you, FTR, to for your ROH titles. And that's that.
Short and quick promo, but I like Trent slipped in a little Bret Hart nudge for saying that the FTR jam up guys. That's a Bret Hart line.
Yeah, and then what do you say at the end? You'll definitely make it'll be a match that makes Bret proud or something at the end of it too.
I think he said, Bret would accept it or something. Something like that he said.
Yeah. Then we would jump right back into the Owen Hart's quarterfinal. We have Kyle O'Reilly against Rey Fenix, as Justin Roberts does it. And good match. They both showcased their styles. I'm just gonna sum it up before I pass it to you with. They did a good job with the finish. You know, they used the way for O'Reilly to get a good win, clean win. And thoughts, things that stood out to you in this one.
I really enjoyed the match. I like it wasn't like it was a little slower at the beginning, which was good, but then I think it really picked up after the commercial break. Definitely they were going into their finishing stretch. A couple of things that were really like good I noticed, and I think they touched upon it a bit on commentary, is that Kyle O'Reilly was working on Phoenix's arm, and he broke his arm like when they lost the titles. Lucha Bros against Jurassic Express in January.
Yeah, that's what saying, the whole working the arm, and then he got him in the thing.
They kept that, and that freaking that Hurricanrana from the apron to the floor, that was just spectacular. Not surprising it's Phoenix, but still. And I like that he tapped out, Phoenix tapped out as soon as Kyle O'Reilly got the hold locked down, the arm capture or leg capture armbar, I think that's what they called it. He tapped out right away, so that's like really good, because that's one of the things I hate in wrestling. Like, you'll see it all the time. The guy has an armbar on, they have like a submission hold in there. Yeah, it's on for like 5-10 minutes. Like come on, it should be like as soon as it's locked down, you tap.
On it, like his shoulder will be popping out if he's doing that.
Come on, yeah. It's like, it makes sense to tap. You don't want to injure yourself. Like, you watch, I'm not a huge MMA guy, a UFC guy, mind you, but still, like, it makes sense logically. You don't want to risk injury, so you're going to tap out. There's no shame in tapping out. That's the dumbest thing ever in pro wrestling. You tapped out, Chan? Oh, that's my little rant for today.
Hey, listen. It's just your fucking opinion, as we do here. And, you know, if anybody would ever want to debate you, you know, they can. Then maybe your debate will go a little more debate-ish than this debate we got here tonight. As we go on to the Regal, William Regal and Chris Jericho debate, which to this point now, they're not even putting the effort to do the gimmicks of putting like the tables and chairs or a post or having a debate moderator or putting into the gimmick here for the sports entertainment. It's just we have the Blackpool Combat Club and Eddie Kingston's crew in the ring, all kinds of entrances for just everyone to come out for a debate. And then we have the Jericho Appreciation Society come out, stay on the ramp, cut the music, no Judas, no pyro, no sing-along, no respect from the crowd, and then bang, we jump right into a monologue of Chris Jericho just dissing them one by one, where I'll take it upon myself to go ahead with a few things I felt we learned here, and then you could go with what I missed. Or so Regal, among many things, is a world-class addict, fired from everywhere. Danielson is lean and squeaky clean, but he might hanging around with these guys and might be what do you call them? Might be popping some disco cakes courtesy of William Regal, and end up in the program with Moxley. That was pretty much the highlights of this Jericho going personal on everyone, and then Regal goes more sports entertainment with his And we just pretty much learned that Regal likes shoving toothbrushes up his ass. Because back in the days when William Regal and Chris Jericho had all those matches on WCW Nitro that I used to watch, and Frank Jofo never watched, which is why he lost the trivia match because he never watched Nitro. But when William Regal and Jericho were having those matches back in the day, William Regal, are not having those matches, but when they shared locker rooms, Regal used to sneak out into the dressing rooms and take Jericho's toothbrush and shove it in his rear end while he was in matches. And as a matter of fact, he did it to, I believe he said, Daniel Garcia.
Daniel Garcia.
Daniel Garcia last week. So he still has the same fetish. It's not like it was back in the day while he was in his drug addiction days, he could pass it off. He still does it. That's my notes on the debate here. Before we go to the ending part of the debate of what happened, anything to say about it? Anything funny to pop out to you?
I think that was about the same thing. I mean, I just thought it got a bit ridiculous, with the toothbrush up the ass. But
yeah, especially because the way I thought Jericho was going so hard with the personal stuff, because Regal was gonna go hard. I didn't know it was gonna be like Maury fucking Povich talk show reality, and then it was gonna be cartoon fucking response in the ring.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it should have been more upset. Like, it made sense that Moxie was pissed. But like, at least somebody's pissed. Yeah. And then obviously Eddie Kingston's always pissed. So that's
Moxie only spoke here after Jericho was about to announce the third ever Stadium Stampede match at Double or Nothing, and that's when Moxie grabbed the mic and said, "No, we're not having that crap. Instead, we're having a 5-on-5, call it what we want to call it, gang warfare, gang rules, no disqualification, just beautiful violence across the ring so the fans could see it." And
they don't want to call it blood and guts. I thought they would do that match.
I thought that's what he was gonna say. I thought he was gonna say doing another that stupid match. We're gonna do another blood and guts, but no, we don't even know what it's called. They said they try to push arena anarchy,
something like that. Yeah, something with
two people said it. That one, I like gang warfare better. If anything, what?
A street fight. I don't know.
Street fight, whatever. It's gonna be a fucking
Vegas street fight, right?
Exactly. It's gonna be a stadium stampede, but it's gonna be in Vegas. It's gonna start in the ring. They're gonna go around the thing. There's gonna be one camera that follows these guys while they go to where they're setting up their spot, and then it's gonna happen. Then they're gonna go to that camera. They're gonna be somewhere like in a casino, and something's gonna happen there. And
it's gonna be a brawl all over the arena.
Sports entertainment against, what do you say?
Pro wrestling.
Pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Can't argue with that. Yeah, there's one line I just remember that Jericho said that was good when he was talking to Regal. He's like, "Maybe I'll piss in your tea again." Yeah. I thought that was good.
And then again, another weird transition, like very fast. From that, all kinds of shit happening very quickly. I don't know how even Excalibur tried to segue. Oh my God, we're gonna get a gang warfare, and Matt Sydal and Dante Martin have something to say in the back, and they just rambled about what just happened to say, what the hell did they even say that they're fighting who on Rampage?
Yeah, they challenged Moxley and Danielson on Rampage.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. I was like, what the fuck?
BCC.
Yeah, and then it went back to the commentary. It was, we're next week. Very fast, very we have to get this out, get this information out. That's like something they could have put on Twitter, like tomorrow, or like a little.
Yeah, it wasn't urgent at all. I agree. Yeah, it wasn't. You could have saved a few minutes.
It would have got a little more exposure. People would have shared it, maybe. Maybe post it the day after tomorrow when people already talked about Dynamite. But hey, just our fucking opinion.
That's it. I did like that. Just to add quickly, that Danielson and Kingston going at it, because they had a great match.
Yeah, I
back
forgot. I
last
forgot
year.
to. Yeah, I forgot to say that.
I'd love to see them wrestle again. That was amazing. I think it was for the world title eliminator tournament last year. That was really good. So, and it makes sense. Like, I was just thinking, like, even though these guys, they all have a common enemy, right? The common enemy is the Jericho Appreciation Society, but they don't like each other. Like Kingston and Danielson, like, they're completely different. So it makes sense that there's going to be some animosity. But let's not pretend everyone's friends.
Is they to give us back
I like that.
heel Danielson, at least, I hope? Because Kingston's obviously the face, right? So the heel Danielson comeback is needed. It's essential. But one thing that is not essential is whatever the fuck you want to call this match with Britt Baker. Talk about, like, we haven't seen Britt Baker for a long time. Had a borderline match a couple weeks ago in her hometown. Whatever. And then, what the heck was this? What's her name? Maki Ito?
Maki Ito.
From the moment coming out, this weird lip-syncing entrance to the K-pop, whatever freaking music. Okay, yeah. I could deal with that. Now the match starts, and it's just a complete, like, all of her moves are like a pretty much Orange Cassidy style, like not caring. Well, she started crying when she took her first like smack or first move, first lick of offense. Whatever. Like you messaged me, you said you were a bit behind. This was the match you could fast forward. This was the match that I wish I could have fast forward, but instead, I just picked up whatever thing was near me and just fucking just worked out and got through it, dropped and did 20. This was whatever. Britt Baker, please get away from. Don't do this stuff. You are one of the best. You were up there, like, all talent, not best woman, but all talent of what's going in wrestling, like, up there. Don't do this, man. These matches, like, nothing against the young lady that she faced here, but no, man. There's some people.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, like, I like Maki Ito. She's not bad, like, in terms, like, obviously, if you're not a fan of, like, comedy wrestling like Danhausen and Orange Cassidy,
but if you do it, keep it within the You notice how there's a women's league? Back in the day, there used to be a midget league. There's a heavyweight league. Keep the comedy wrestlers, for the most part, amongst each other, fighting for the 24/7 title. Essentially, pretty much is what it is, right? Don't take somebody, you know what I mean? That's like a fucking star, and I don't know, whatever.
I just felt like it shouldn't have been 2 segments. It should have been no commercial break. That's the one thing that would have been competitive.
That long.
Yeah. I mean, like, they have a history. Like, they showed that they were tag team partners last year.
One match and they tagged for one match. History. Wow.
It's better than nothing.
With the amount of matches on Dark, I think everyone has history then. I could say that with anyone. You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
Like, I think she's okay in, like, short, or small segments. Maki Ito
yes, all the comedy.
Definitely not here. I think as it is part of the Owen Hart tournament, it was not a good idea to have a comedy.
That too, as the Joker.
It's okay.
We got Johnny Nitro before Johnny Elite, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we get this. I thought, I'm like, who's gonna be the woman? Like, is it true? Off topic that what's her name that walked out on Raw?
Oh, Sasha Banks and Naomi?
Is that true? Is that just...
Apparently it is, yeah.
Because you know what? For a split second, I thought it was Naomi because there was a bit of like a glowish type of a thing happening, like neonish. I'm like, oh shit, is it Naomi? I was pumped. I like her. She would be... Hey, if there's anyone that would fit nicely in the baddie crew to fill that section and the talent roster... definitely Naomi. That would just fit and would bring some force and some leadership and a little veteran leadership. I was about to say veteranism. I don't think it's a word. Veteran leadership, especially since AEW and the baddies and Jade Cargill are just ignoring the fact that Jazz is out there, one of the baddest women to ever step foot in the squared circle. You want to call yourself the baddies, and you're not being mentored by the baddest woman possibly in our generation, our lifetime to wrestle, Jazz. You can't be really seriously considered baddies. Jazz was beating up guys in ECW. You know, she could do it on the mic. You know, where's Jazz? Tony Khan, you're signing everyone. Where's Jazz, Tony? Come on, man. Get Jazz in there. I want to see Jazz with the bad. Like, how badass would that crew? Like, it'll put the bad in baddies. Having Jazz along, like, mentoring Jade Cargill. Was it Kira Hogan?
Yeah, Kira Hogan. Yeah.
Kira Hogan and Red Velvet would put the ultimate exclamation for the baddies. And that's my rant. And I say I love because I love the baddies. They're my girls. They're my crew. You know what I mean? And I want it to be solidified. I want it to have the, you know, the X factor. I want to see them with all the gold. I love Jade with the gold. I want to see them with all the gold. All the women's gold. Let's go.
I think just with Jazz, like, if they're not gonna bring her in as a manager, at least do vignettes with them. That would be good. Like, just do promo packages. I think that would be good to have them on TV without, like, honestly, I find it's like now it's a bit repetitive. Like Jade and the baddies, they come out every week. She says her "cut the shit, Tony" to
Alex,
Jade Cargill.
cut this shit.
Facing that?
Don't talk shit about my girls, Alex. Cut this shit.
Okay, there you go. Segment over.
Yeah, they need to spice it up. They need to spice it up
A little bit. So do some vignettes about, like, you know, training or, you know, talking about being a baddie. I don't know, anything, whatever. Just that's a good way to have Jazz incorporated if she's not going to be a manager, because I don't think at this rate they're getting rid of Mark Sterling, but who knows?
But you know what? Sterling could still be there. You know what I mean? Like, as, like, you know, the ultimate mouthpiece. Like you said, like a Jake Roberts type of thing. Like Jazz, like you said, doesn't have to be there every single week, but like special appearance, you know, like those big moments, or like you said, like those, you know, then like those in-betweener weeks, like when she's not flying out every week for every single show, a vignette, like, you know, something. Just Jazz, would definitely be great over there, big time. So we skipped over the Tony Storm stare down at the end of the Britt Baker match.
That's true. I was surprised that it's in the semifinals. I thought that would be the finals. If, like, without seeing the brackets, I would think Tony Storm versus Britt Baker would be perfect. But oh well.
I'm still not sold on the Tony Storm hype. I need to see it. I could see why the men are big fans, and why she has a cult following in other art, and which probably leads to her following. I can see that, but I'm not sold yet. We'll see. And sticking on topic with the women's Owen Hart division, we learned on the graphic that we saw that Ruby Soho is going to face the winner of Chris Statlander and Red Velvet.
Right.
And then Tony Schiavone is just telling us how great Britt Baker was, and some other shit about the women's division. But Serena Deeb here.
Sorry, he was just talking about the 3-year anniversary of Dynamite next week.
That's what it was.
Or AEW, sorry, 3-year anniversary of AEW, actually. Not that.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And then, enters Serena Deeb. And what do you think about this?
I felt it was too long, and
very.
What it felt like. It felt like Charlotte and Ronda Rousey beating up Drew Gulak on SmackDown. That's what it felt like. It was like the similar idea, and which was not like that was not good either on SmackDown. But I don't get it. It's like you're feuding with Thunder Rosa. Okay, I know Shivani and Dustin Rhodes. Well, Dustin is like a mentor to Thunder Rosa and the women's division, but I don't know. It doesn't do anything to build the match for me personally, and it dragged on a bit. It's like, okay, when are you gonna slap him? Finally, she slaps him. Maybe someone was Mr. Q. Who knows? I don't know, but it felt like it went way too long.
It would have made more sense if Tony Schiavone started, then and said, for this moment, you know, I would like to talk about someone that's been here from the beginning, and a hometown favorite here in Texas.
Yes.
Bring him out. Now they're both in the ring, and then she comes out quickly, says her piece. This is him. She could do all of what she said much quicker, all in one shot, because they're all there in the ring. You know, then do all the what's her name, Thunder Rosa stuff that they did after that. But yeah,
just
it
condense the segment. I agree. Yeah, that's perfect.
you said it's very like weird, very weird. Come on, a lot of weird. Who's producer? How many producers they got back there? Is QT slacking? QT slacking. Hey, AEW, you need a producer, huh? I know how to get people in line, huh? But then so
tweet Tony Khan. Send a message to Tony Khan.
the only message I'm saying to Tony Khan is get Jazz on AEW. Jazz should be elite. She already is elite. She's bad. She doesn't need to be elite. She's bad. She's bad. And then and here we go. We have again another big surprise. Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys, big surprise to AEW Universe not too long ago. Slowly just thrown to the abyss of regular people in the roster. Fighting here against our favorite Make-A-Wish Foundation charity case kid who gets to wrestle on TV. Adam Cole, in all his glories, taped up. Got an injury. I don't think it's a gym injury because I don't think, again, that he lifts anything heavy. Maybe it was a yoga injury or...
It's the Adam Cole roast hour, right?
Getting out of bed injury. He got out of bed. Maybe fucking Britt Baker fucking just needed room one night. Said, fucking move, Adam. And just his little light 115-pound body flew out. And oh, shit, sorry. Who knows? Either way, we get this match. I was going to mention this in the first segment, and I'm going to mention it here in the last one. First segment of the night, 6 minutes into the show, picture-in-picture commercial break. This match, Hardy comes out, jump start, Adam Cole jumps him. Not even 2 minutes, I think, into the match, 3 minutes in. And there's only 10 minutes left in this show. I'm watching it live.
I know.
There's only 10 minutes left in the show. They're going to the main event. At least they jump started it, saved 2 minutes.
Smart.
And then, bam, commercial break, came back. 4 minutes of just highlight reel of Jeff Hardy. All for him to fuck up his move. And just, was there a low blow or was it a clean?
No, I think it was a clean finish this time.
Was it clean, eh? And yeah. And so how the mighty have fallen. Of the nostalgia of the Hardy Boys are back together, reunion. We have a once hero, Jeff Hardy, someone who looks like an actual male man in the ring lose clean to Adam Cole.
It's the right call. It's the right call for Adam Cole to go to the finals.
For what?
I know you don't like it.
He just had a title run and lost. Now he's gonna go to the fucking. We have to see him go all the way to the finals of the Owen Hart Classic for him to fight someone else that's in the Undisputed Elite, as they said is gonna happen here. Obviously, they had to allude to it here in the ending afterbirth. So it's gonna be an All Elite, Undisputed Elite finals. Adam Cole's gonna be there. Whip the freaking dude. Question is, who is he gonna fight? O'Reilly? Who's left on the other side of his bracket?
O'Reilly and Samoa Joe. That's the match. Should be next week because the pay-per-view is the week after.
So if it's gonna be,
it's a tough. Yeah.
It's gonna be Adam Cole against O'Reilly.
I mean, they had amazing matches everywhere they've wrestled. These guys, ROH, NXT. These guys have always had amazing matches. So I'd love to see it again, but I don't know because I feel like Samoa Joe with the injury.
It's like there's no heat. You know what I mean? Like now,
it's a tournament, though.
I know, but it would have made more sense if like it was one of like the Bucks or another Elite that's not part of the Undisputed. That's just me. They do this a lot with the heel on heel the inner faction now, like FTR on FTR. It's a I don't know. Sometimes when it comes to writing a story,
maybe Samoa Joe's gonna win.
Think so? I don't think so.
Not impossible. I know.
I'm telling you what. If Adam Cole, if Johnny Elite loses to Samoa Joe, and Adam Cole beats Samoa Joe, I I think I'm gonna have to dedicate to just skipping every Adam Cole segment until this run is over because they're forcing him down my throat. And you know what?
Well, yeah.
2.0, just out of just sheer entertainment now that they just at least just said, you know what, we're jokes and we're gonna relegate ourselves to being jokes for what we're doing. They grew on me a bit. This guy is a joke and is being forced down our throat in every position. The last title run for the title was him. What was he even doing before that? Was he fighting for the tag titles or anything? Like
Orange Cassidy was his first.
His Orange Cassidy thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. That was okay. That was okay. That was okay. You know, that was okay. But now here we go. What happened in here? I didn't write it down. I was watching and like setting up the stream. So they.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sorry, just to say, like the Young Bucks came out after
That's
the match.
what it was.
Yeah, like it was just like Adam Cole, like they teased like doing a super kick to the Hardys, but.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Then Darby Allin came out to help. Then Sting cleared house. Then they beat up Sting. Then they put Sting's leg in the ankle in the chair.
Felmanized Sting the ankle with the ankle.
Yeah, and that's how they went off the air, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but it's like really just pushing. Like they did way too much. For sure, segments went over. They had to cram the main event. Imagine that you have a main event to go and even a post-match angle, and you have like less than 10 minutes in your program.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. Like it's too bad that he cramps too much every week in Dynamite. At least Rampage most of the time is taped. So if you run over, you cut some stuff out. It's not too bad. But Dynamite, it's like I feel like they always struggle. They cut some things out. Like we said, find ways to condense the segments, like with the Serena Deeb and Tony Schiavone and Dustin Rhodes Thunder Rosa thing. Take out some of those promos that you don't need. Like I love the Best Friends. I mean, Roppongi Vice, but did you really need that on Dynamite? Probably not. You could have saved it for YouTube. You could have saved it for Twitter. You could have saved it for Rampage. And the same thing with the other promo that we talked about. There's too many promos with Dante Martin and Matt Sydal. So
yeah, they tried to promote everything on the show so fast, like like they don't let it sit, like
And one thing too. Oh, sorry. Just gonna say that what they don't do, I noticed that WWE does, is that AEW, they don't take commercial breaks during anyone's entrances most of the time, unless it's the only time. Well, okay, that's the Sammy Guevara when he does the cue cards, but he's not really wrestling when he does that. But WWE, they will always do someone's gonna come out, they'll do a cut to commercial, and then they come back. They don't do that at AEW because they want to have their picture-in-picture with the match continuing, but no one cares about picture-in-picture, I feel. Cut that shit. There you go. Cut that shit. Picture-in-picture.
Cut that shit, Tony. No. And you know what? Yeah. And that brings it to, on that note, I guess we're going to have to cut this shit because we are at the end of the show. That's the end of another AEW review, another Dynamite review. Listen, we took a week off. We're back better than ever. To be honest, fully transparent with things coming up in the Jofo universe here, I believe Frank will be going back on his post on the boat soon. He temporarily is on-off seasonal, so I think he's not going to be on too many of the lives. Kyle and Claudio are always the wild card, but I know that this show is pretty much you and me, Alex, that are going to be headbanging the show. Whenever Kyle and Claudio could come on, obviously they're always coming. Yeah. But I have word that the spoiler is coming back with his critically acclaimed AEW reviews, and he is going to take over the reins for us here in Jofo in the ring to do the Rampage review. So, I don't know if you've seen any of the old school AEW reviews we have on the channel back before we started doing these lives, where they were 5-minute recaps that Kyle we do the day after. A little bit of the Kyle zingers in there. Give you a little chuckle, 5 minute, in and out, some good laughs, with some funny graphics and stuff. So let's say too much, not to ramble too much, but so Kyle is soon going to start doing a little Rampage review. You and I are here doing the taking over the Dynamite and seeing who we're gonna get some. Whether it's Kyle, Claudio, we'll start reaching out to some friends that want to come on and talk some Dynamite with us. Some of the other podcasters, the Devious one, stuff like that, and yeah, we have a lot of podcast recordings in the works for the Tuesday show coming up, and we are gonna do that ROH. We get that on the calendar, and yeah, so a lot of stuff coming out. Don't think because we took a week off that we're slacking here.
We're not lazy like Eddie Kingston, like Bryan Danielson called him.
Exactly. We are Jofo in the ring. I am Selector Brew. That is Alex D Deluxe Package. And we are Too Sweet and
Too elite.
that's it. We're out of here. Thank you guys.